This tutorial is the T-Stat in service for the recovery floor. T-Stat 2.0 includes a battery backup, so recovery floor nurses will likely receive patients with the T-Stat sensor connected to both the patient and the machine with T-Stat already running. Once you have the patient safely settled in their room, please connect the power cord to a working 110-volt power outlet. Make sure the female end of the cord is firmly seated into the back right-hand corner of the T-Stat. Next, make sure the toggle switch is in the on position. This is indicated with the dash symbol, meaning the switch will be depressed to the left. Important to note, if the toggle switch is not in this position, the T-Stat may be powered on, but it will be using battery power to operate, and once the battery is drained, of course, T-Stat will automatically shut down. Always remember to check these two things for proper connection and positioning anytime the cord is removed from the back of the T-Stat or the wall during patient ambulation or any reason once T-Stat can again be plugged into a power outlet. The technical support contact information can be found on the side of each device. Your T-Stat monitoring screen should look like this, with a pause button on the top left of the touchscreen display. If for some reason monitoring was interrupted during transport, simply press the Start button to resume monitoring. Since T-Stat 2.0 has a battery backup, most patients can ambulate with their T-Stat devices. Next, let's review removing and reattaching the sensor, should this be necessary. It is very important to perform this function properly. If done incorrectly, the sensor and/or monitor can be damaged. A sensor properly engaged in the port will look like this, with the red line in the 3 o'clock position and stopped at the stop sign. To remove the sensor, rotate the black knob counterclockwise to align the red line to this red arrow or 12 o'clock position. Then simply slide the sensor straight out of the port. The fit is rather snug, so you may feel some, but not a lot, of resistance. Attempting to remove the sensor when the red line is in any position other than 12 o'clock may damage both the sensor and the monitor. A damaged sensor will be bent or torn in this area. Some facilities remove the sensor from the port to ambulate patients, while other facilities choose to have their patients ambulate with their T-Stat devices. When doing the latter, remember to plug the T-Stat back into the power outlet when ambulation is complete. There are reference cards tethered to the top of the T-Stat to assist you with removing and reattaching the sensor, as well as much of what we are covering today. Also, feel free to contact your T-Stat representative or tech support for assistance before performing this or any other task. Now, let's go over the screen icons, functions, and on-screen messages. Starting at the top, you will see a graph. T-Stat uses a dual graph to illustrate the trend of STO2, indicated in green. You can see the absolute STO2 value here in green as well. T-Stat also monitors hemoglobin levels. This is indicated in pink both on the graph and the absolute value here. The graph display default is set at 30 minutes. This can be changed by pressing the down arrow located here. Most facilities, however, leave this at the default setting. Graphing trends become difficult to see when this is changed. Online viewing in our on-call remote monitoring application is much better for viewing longer periods of data. Current date and time is located below that. Changing date and time must be done in the Options screen, which cannot be accessed during monitoring. Please see our video tutorial entitled T-Stat Overview and Initial Setup for this function. Moving back to the left, you will see the Pause button. Below that, you can see the Alarm Limit button here. Alarm limits are typically set in the OR, and many facilities leave these in the default settings of 20% for the lower limits and 90% for the upper limits. Should your surgeon advise you to adjust these settings, you can do so in 10-point or 1-point increments using the up and down arrows. When you are through adjusting alarm limits, press the Hide Limits button to return to the monitoring screen. Moving left to right along the bottom of the display screen, you see messaging indicating the current status of T-Stat. Any errors of sensor problems or sensor placement would be indicated here. Light level, indicated here, alerts us how much light is getting from the proximal to the distal end of the sensor and back again. We want these bars to be green or yellow. Red bars indicate not enough light is traveling through the sensor. If your T-stat displays red bars here, try uncoiling the sensor to improve. If uncoiling the sensor does not change these bars to green or yellow, the sensor will likely need to be replaced. Next is the Wi-Fi symbol. If connected and able to transmit data, this symbol will be green and the signal strength will be indicated by the number of arches illuminated green, much like other devices you are familiar with, such as your mobile phone. If Wi-Fi is not connected, this icon will be gray. Connecting to Wi-Fi can be done in two places. Just like setting the date and time, connecting to Wi-Fi can be done in the options screen, which cannot be accessed during monitoring. Please see our video tutorial entitled T-Stat Overview and Initial Setup for connecting this way. Wi-Fi connection can also be added or changed by pressing the Wi-Fi symbol directly on the touchscreen. If actively monitoring a patient, you must select the pause button to open these Wi-Fi settings. Once you have finished making Wi-Fi changes, simply press the OK button in the Wi-Fi screen and then press the Start button to return to active monitoring. The next icon is the battery indicator. These are the various battery icons you will see in this space. This image shows T-stat is using battery to operate. The number of bars indicates the amount of battery life. A fully charged battery, as in this first image, will last a minimum of 30 to 60 minutes. The next image illustrates an exhausted battery, and the device will soon begin an automatic shutdown process. Plug the device into a power outlet to prevent shutdown. This image shows T-stat is plugged in with toggle switch properly pressed to the on position. Notice the battery icon flashing, indicating that T-stat is being powered by electricity and the battery is charging. This next image shows T-stat is plugged in and fully charged. The final image also indicates that T-stat is properly plugged in and the battery is charging. Notice the AC displayed, indicating the device is running on electricity. The final icon is the alarm icon. The viewable options here are as follows. Red and flashing, actively alarming based on the settings of the alarm. Green with a check mark, active and ready. Red with a number between 1 and 5 overlaying the icon. This is a silenced alarm. The number is a countdown of how many minutes until silencing expires, and the alarm will begin sound again. Gray with an X over the icon. The alarm has been disabled. We strongly recommend never disabling the alarm. When ready to discontinue use of T-stat, press the pause button here. Then press the Done button here. You may then remove the sensor as illustrated earlier by rotating counterclockwise, so the red line is at the 12 o'clock position, and remove it. The sensor is single patient use and should be properly discarded after use. Once the sensor is removed, the device should be cleaned and disinfected, powered down, and transported to where T-stats are stored between patients. This is typically in an OR equipment room, as T-stat is first connected in the OR. Consult your nurse manager for your facility's storage location. Thank you for your time, and never hesitate to contact your T-stat representative for assistance. We are here to help.